A mad scientist creates a goo that turns ordinary people into gloppy, messy, crappy horror monsters that do his bidding. But it's the writing that's the real mess here. What's the haps, my hectic hellions? Funkmaster Sugarpants hip-hopping back in your hood with another horrible hand-me-down. Today we set our sights on 1992's HellMaster, a suffering segment of satanic slop that has a lot of great ideas and not a single one of them executed well. But let's sink down to Abraxas's level and see what he's got on that sleaze docket.
We have 17 dead bodies, 15 cups blood, 2 naked breasts, phone ring jump scare cliche, radio only plays exposition cliche, light switch doesn't work cliche, backseat strangulation cliche, la 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 music cliche, creepy kid cliche, gratuitous evil giggling, gratuitous trekking zooms, sanitary napkin bandage, 1 fish tank full of science goo, 1 barrel full of hypodermics, 1 hypodermic bandolero, 1 hypodermic firing crossbow, old racist schoolyard chantery, instantly pregnant hallucination, smoky cemetery hallucination, laughing rolling casket hallucination, hallucination bullet avoidance, 1 marionetted human, 2 car-dragged cop corpses, cripple crutch beatdown, self-scalp peelery, head gushing gooey death, 1 melted flaming hand, 1 half-melted face, barrel of corrosive science goo dousing, whip to the wrist, noose lassoed neck, knife to the back, gunshot to the forehead, switchblade sickle thing attack, repeated switchblade sickle thing to the calf, indeterminate switchblade sickle thing kill, hypodermic to the wrist, triple hypodermic to the back of the neck, triple hypodermic to the hip, triple hypodermic to the back of the head, triple hypodermic to the belly, triple hypodermic to the neck, fired hypodermic to the nun cheek, fired hypodermic to the back of the kid neck, and 1 lingerie photo shoot session.
Without getting too deep into this one, mostly because it doesn't deserve such treatment, HellMaster is about Professor Jones and his goo. 20 years ago, he was in the process of perfecting his superhuman serum when something stopped him. Now he's back to finish his work, and he's got a lot of goo to inject into the college co-eds now attending Kent University. And in true trashy tribute, the magical science goo does whatever we need it to do. It makes some people superhuman telepaths, some into zombie monsters, or it just straight up dissolves flesh and bone. So now that the professor is back, weird things are being reported on the campus. There's some dude who's got a crossbow loaded up with the professor's goo, even though, plot-wise, he doesn't even know if it'll be an effective weapon. Nor does he even have any reason to believe he'll need such a weapon. He's just there and using the goo as ammo. Then there's the college students. Standard issue, body bag filling college students. They've all taken 1 course in philosophy and think they fucking know everything in spite of their incredible naivete, which makes them really lousy test subjects once the professor's batch of mutant killers show up. Being able to take out these idiots isn't exactly a difficult task. Bottom line, HellMaster isn't necessarily a bad movie, it's just bafflingly confusing. I spent so much time asking questions that just don't get an answer. Like, why are these people acting the way they do in almost any situation? Who are these people in relation to each other? Why does the one asshole carry a whip with him when strolling around campus? Why does the one girl act like her psychic powers are well-defined and established when they're barely mentioned until she needs to use them? Why does the magic goo turn most people into monster slaves, but others into powerful psychics? Why is the one man suddenly hunting Professor Jones, and how does he know so much about the goo? Why did the professor wait 20 years before continuing his experiments instead of just sneaking back on campus to quietly start moving the goo barrel by barrel to any other location? The whole movie felt like buying a jigsaw puzzle from a garage sale or a secondhand shop, and it's just loose pieces in a Ziploc baggie. Sure, you can put it together just fine, but there are so many missing pieces, you never fully know what the picture is supposed to be. And there's a few pieces that you're pretty sure don't belong to the set, but, they might fit up in that giant hole in the corner. Who freaking knows? Everything in this movie has an incomplete feeling. There are some cool concepts, but they needed just a little bit more time in the workshop to get them to an acceptable spot. Or maybe they just threw too many ideas into the mix and didn't have time to flesh them all out appropriately. Either way, this movie doesn't exactly miss the mark by a lot, per se. It's just that every shot they take misses. And when every mark is missed by even a little bit, it all adds up to a bad total score. For instance, the dialogue isn't exactly terrible, but it is cringy and silly at times. By itself, that wouldn't be so bad, but the acting is pretty atrocious too, so it comes off doubly bad. Then they try to shoehorn in some clunky theological debate about the existence of God, and it just comes off so badly, you wonder if anybody bothered to actually read the script out loud before rolling cameras. But even if they wrote better lines, I doubt anybody in this cast was up to the task of delivering it.
No, God isn't dead. Death is mortal. God is not mortal, evil is. And you are evil. Life is immortal. God is life.
Regardless of how cool the concepts are, if the execution is bad at almost every turn, then it's simply not going to work. I really wanted to like this one, but it's just got too much holding it back. But to be safe, I did something I rarely do for the show. I actually sat down and watched it a second time just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And even knowing where the movie is going to go, I still found it to be a confusing mess. And it's honestly a shame. This one definitely had the potential to be a smash cult classic or even a sleeper hit once it hit the video rentals. But so much of that potential was wasted by not giving each piece just the slight bit more that it needed to earn a passing grade. Ultimately, I can't give this one my recommendation regardless of how much I really want to. As much as it's got going for it, it's got just as much or more so working against it. So with that putrid pastime packed up and placed away, it's time to say goodbye for now, my greasy groupies. And until we take a look at the next loathsome allotment, this is your bestest buddy, Sugarpants. See you in your dreams.
If a God created this world in 6 days, and I can make hell of it in one night, then God must be dead.